on this episode of Shooting the Shit with Sans.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I am who I am. My name is my name. And welcome to another episode of Shooting the Shit with Sans. All right. Now, as you can see, I didn't edit that. I'm just doing that because it won't let me curse in the first 2 minutes. Takes me out of the algorithm. Anyways, yeah, we're getting to the Miami Cleveland series. I am a Miami fan. So let's talk about it from a fan perspective. We're going to get fucking ramrodded. Now, after game one, what I saw, they are not guardable. Okay. They're attacking Tyler. It's unbelievable. I believe the number I saw on NBA Advanced Metrics was in possessions where Tyler Hero was defending and they shot the ball. They shot 75% and they had against Hero 173.8 offensive rating. Now, if you're wondering where that stands historically, I don't have the number for you. All right. I would imagine it's probably the best offense ever. It was a struggle to watch because we kept it close. And I think that if you're a Heat fan like me, you have to go away and go, okay, they made everything. That may be commonplace because that is them. The Cavs are very good. All right. But they could have also just got hot. Now, Ty Jerome's been doing that shit all year. Darius Garland's been doing that shit all year. Donovan Mitchell's been doing the shit all year, right? Tyler Hero and Bam did enough. Wiggins did enough. They can be better, but they did enough to win. They didn't miss. I think we can toughen this up. I thought we'd lose in 5. I think that'll happen still. I don't think this is a sweep. I don't see us ever getting swept, though. So who am I? Matchup-wise, they are deeper than us. They just have more. They're just a well-oiled machine. They're much more well-oiled than we are. I think that's obvious just watching us play. And 2, Bam is cooking shit. He's cooking. So is Tyler. And I love how smart Tyler has played in these play-in games and in the one playoff game he's played. I like what I'm seeing. Now, from the Cleveland side, Ty Jerome, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, DeAndre Hunter, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Sam Merrill, Dean Wade, Karis LeVert. Unlimited amount of big bodies that can score. Max Strus as well, obviously as a Heat fan. I don't know. I think they're going to end up switching another defender onto Tyler. I feel like DeAndre Hunter should be his primary defender. I know they like putting Darius on him, or they like doing the Max Strus matchup, which that ain't going to work, right? Tyler's kind of busted their ass every time we've played him, but it comes down to a point where there's a reason why. They're not going to let him get in the paint and make plays. They're not going to let the other people get going because if Tyler and Bam go off, they're amazing and they can give you 30 apiece, but they have a ceiling. Like if you let Luka go off, he can give you 70, right? Bam and Tyler have a ceiling, so letting those guys go off, they have so much talent, it's not going to matter. I don't have a lot to say about this, so this can be a combo one. All right, we were the exact same with or without Jimmy. He didn't give a fuck. He wasn't going to stay. All right. We should have traded him earlier. I don't disagree. I don't know what the point of like shitting on him is or acting like we know the guy in real life. Maybe I'm too old for that. I don't know. But yeah, the team stinks. There's like 7 playable basketball players on this team. I love Khalil Ware's game. And I think if we see a development of Bam and Khalil just get better with that 3 ball, you're going to see some real like dinosaur alien shit with those two. Mostly if you can keep Tyler. But yeah, they'll be looking for a trade this offseason, but it ain't the offseason. So I'm not talking about the Heat all day. Cleveland is amazing. I believe that they will get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think anybody is going to stop that from happening. I don't, even though I think Indiana can give them a run for their money. But luckily, I don't believe they're on their side of the bracket. They are on their side of the bracket. Yeah, because Boston's going to have to play the Knicks or the Pistons, which I'll just tie that into this video because the Heat aren't beating the Cavs, man. They're just better. All right. Not everything needs a deep breakdown. I think that's where I have a problem with a lot of content. It's like, bro, we can talk about the OKC series in 4 or 5 minutes. I'm at 5 minutes now. There's nothing else to be said. They have too much talent. I think in the paint, we have a chance, but it's shown that that's not the case after game one. We shot, I believe, 5 shots in the paint, 7. We shot 100%, shot 5 shots in the paint in the restricted area, I should say. So we're not even getting to the cup because when we see those big bodies, nothing's happening outside of Tyler and Bam. And it's just those two doing actions over and over. And then you got Davion Mitchell, who is a very good backup point guard, still makes boneheaded plays. And Cleveland capitalizes on that shit, man. And they played a bad game to me. They were playing sloppy. They weren't that good defensively. And it felt like they were on top of us the whole game. They were. They were in the lead and just felt like we kept punching them, but they didn't go away. Hitting with a lot of jabs. So that's for that series. On to the Knicks, on to the Detroit Pistons. This series is great. And from the get-go, what the fuck? All right, so getting into this series, okay, so I have a couple things in the preview that I just had notes on, right, with the Knicks. I said they're bad at rebounding. They're bad at defense randomly. Okay, that's like the Lakers thing, which I thought it was the opposite. They're bad defensively. They're great defensively randomly. Okay. Cat's playoff history is something I was really looking at. His exit of last year's playoffs was not the prettiest. He ended averaging 19 and 8. 19 points, 8 rebounds on 38 and 24 splits. And I'm sitting there because every time I've seen Cat in the playoffs, it's just in my head that he fouls out. He didn't even have that much foul trouble in that series. He just played like piss. He was that bad. I was like giving him benefit of the doubt. Like, I need to slow down. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. Like, yo, all right, he could have fouled out. He could have just, something. No bailouts there. And through that series, he went 15 for 54 the first 3 games, right? Going into the playoffs, they had that rough loss against Boston. And with them, every time I watched them, they could not beat an elite team, it seemed like. The higher ranking teams in the East, they just couldn't beat them. And I never thought they were one of those teams. I never thought, the Knicks can win a chip. I never thought that. Because what it's come down to, guys, I've made a podcast about it a million times. This is a real super team, if you want to call something a super team. All right. They don't have any superstars to me other than Brunson. All right. Brunson is a superstar. Cat is like borderline. He's an all-star level player, but not a superstar, right? You have 4 guys out there. 4 guys. Mikal, Jalen, Cat, OG Anunoby, that have all like been all-stars, been talked about all-stars, and Josh Hart's just the incredible role player, right? Deuce McBride, a great role player. Campaign, good role player. I'm not sold on. I'm gonna say it for like a minute 30, and I'm done. All right. So in this NBA in 2020, you cannot have one dude and ball out, man. And I know we make all those things about LeBron. I know I just claimed I'm a LeBron fan. I am. It really ain't got nothing to do with them. We have all these memories of Kobe and Jordan doing shit on their own when doing shit on your own was kind of an option. That is not an option now. A lot of guys can do shit on their own, but they have like Jaden McDaniels as a role player in like 2015. Sought after. You know what I mean? Like Jaden McDaniels, everybody wants him, but now he's kind of a normal like build of a player. So there's too much talent that Chet Holmgren is your 3rd best scorer. And, Jason Tatum can be the 4th best scorer and win. Derek White is your 3rd, 4th best player certain nights. Like, there's a lot of teams built like that. The Cavs, like, you can't do this shit anymore where, I got 45. What's up? No. There is 100 points being scored in this game, 120, not 94. No. Like, we got to realize that. That's why I don't like those teams to begin with. And you add on top Tibbs coaching a team like that. That is moronic for the GM to even set him up like that. We saw what happened last year in the playoffs. This is not a coincidence. You cannot play players 38 minutes a night every game. Your starting five leads the entire NBA with minutes. Guys like Josh Hart, and I mean individual minutes. Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson when he's healthy, OG, and all these guys, if you just look at games they were active, top of the minutes list, cannot do this shit, man. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. And then his mentality is built off defense. So when the defense isn't going well, you'll start seeing that the offense starts playing bad because he's so focused in the huddle on defense that he's correcting everything on defense and he hasn't made an adjustment to the offense to the adjustment that the other coach could make. And I'm not going to sit here and go, hey, you need to make this adjustment, right? They're not making enough adjustments. If I see something, I'll go, he should probably do this because a lot of y'all just go, there was no adjustments made. And you don't come back with anything. You don't. My fucking face is just, I'm shaving. Like the stash. But yeah, with Tibbs coaching these teams, it's not going to work. And it's just like, it's the Knicks, man. Kind of their history, you know? I don't trust Cat in the playoffs. I trust Jalen. I don't know about Mikal yet. He's still in Wonderland. I don't know what I'm getting from him. OG Anunoby can be incompetent on offense. I'm not trying to pick this roster apart. I just think like everybody but Knicks fans is very realistic with this team. I feel like we kind of see them for what they are. Like they can beat, I'm saying like so much. I'm so sorry. They can be some sort of juggernaut, it seems, on offense, but it just hasn't. Like some games you see it, some games you don't. And it just isn't panning out because when it comes down to it, once again, at the end of a game, it's going to be Brunson ISOing. It's going to be a Brunson pick and roll with Cat. Can Cat hit the shot? Can Brunson hit the shot? There's not going to be an OG Anunoby ISO. When it comes down to these close games, this is when it's going to come down to. It's not all these games are going to be 15-point blowouts against the Celtics, who they play in the next round. And yeah, that's just what I think about the Knicks. On the Pistons side, sorry, I'm over here just ranting on the Knicks. On the Pistons side, in this matchup, I love them in this matchup. I'm picking the Knicks in 7, just outweighing of with the experience and with the talent of the Knicks. I'm picking them and their coach. Like the experience in that building is different. With the Pistons, I think they're a young team with a very good coach in JB Bickerstaff, who has shown his worth, obviously, this year. And it just made the Monty Williams hiring seem so much more strange when you see what this one dude, number 2, can do. I love Jalen Duren. I love Cade Cunningham. Malik Beasley shooting 41% from 3 this year on like 10 attempts. He's been insane. Tobias Harris can give you some buckets here and there. The other Asor Thompson is out there. I love the team, and I think it's a hard matchup for the Knicks. I think they're gritty. I think Isaiah Stewart can be disruptive and piss people off. I think Jalen Duren is a massive human who can make Cat feel like a pussy. If you want me to talk how I used to talk on this podcast, I think he can make him feel less than and kind of emasculate him. I ain't gonna lie. I think he can do that. I do. And I think Mitchell Robinson can come in and balance that out. But I got the Knicks just off the talent alone. I think the Pistons play a style that actually combats them very well. And going into this series, I just go like, damn, what if this team had Jaden Ivey? They wouldn't be in this spot, 1. But 2, it just, I don't know. They would be a much more dangerous team with him. You don't know what he could have developed into further into the season. With these young guys, sometimes they just like hit all-star break and they come back and you're like, whoa, who the fuck is that? Who is that dude? I really do love their rotation too. I love Schroeder. I like Sasser. I like Harper as well. They have a lot of youth, and that's so I don't get it with the OKC stuff, but history has told us you got to build some scars up. I mean, guys, the Celtics are on the cusp for almost a decade, man. Like Tatum and Brown were in that building for 7-8 years, man, before they got to the title. So that's just how it has to work, and that's kind of how it's been through NBA history. Through my time, even when the duo got together, they don't win a title in the first year. They don't. It's just basketball rules. Got to learn how to play with each other. So I do love this matchup. I think it's going to be a great series. It's going to give us some throwback to the 90s, 80s type shit, hard fouls, all that. So I'm ready for it. And I got the Knicks in 7. They'll go against the Celtics and get popped. Yeah, that's what I got. I'm on to the Celtics.